the Real Housewives of Potomac. Sing, sing for your supper or shaking tables.
Ooh.
Hey, hey, sweet people. We're back. The Chat Suite, Bev and LaShawn. We have another recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 6, episode 2, right? Yes.
Yes.
And this was a continuation of that dinner from, I don't want to say hell, but it's almost like that. Remember on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when they had that psychic that time? Remember that dinner? It's almost like that dinner. Because they were telling secrets and lies and everything else. I cannot believe it. Karen, going below the belt. I mean, I love you, Karen, because you always come with the truth and, you know, the real, but I don't know if she should have gone as far as she went. But then, you know, we got old messy Gizelle always starting stuff. Always starts stuff because she's the one who started. Last week, they ended with her saying she was going to sprinkle a little bit of Karen's business around town because she's angry with her about the Jamal situation. I guess is what she said. But to me, I'm like, Karen, like I said, we said last week, Karen wasn't the one who did that, spit that fire. That was Monique. Okay.
Right. Thank
right.
You. Jesus.
So it really got crazy. And then Robyn tried to jump in it, and it was 2 against 1. And then Wendy said, you know, we're not gonna have that. Let's let them duke it out.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know, was there any resolve? Did you see any resolve for that situation at the dinner table?
I don't think so, not yet, because remember, I mean, Gizelle is still like, Karen we won't make it. We saw her on the camera throwing a Valentine's relationship party invitation in the garbage. And Robyn too, because, you know, Karen came for Robyn and said, when are you getting married? Because I'm renewing my vows. And we saw Robyn say, oh, I don't want to go to, and Juan said, definitely count me out. I said, oh my gosh, like, and I thought, will they be able to, how's this going to work this season?
But, you know, I did hear through the blogs that they were trying to ice her out, Karen.
Really?
Trying to do things and not film with her.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Yeah. And I didn't know if it was everybody, but I know obviously it must be Gizelle and Robyn doing that.
Right.
But yeah, so when they finally ended the dinner from hell.
Telling you, goodbye. Close the door.
And then what about Miss New Lady, Mia?
Yeah.
The one who Karen brought in as her friend.
Right.
Saying, you know, Gizelle seems like she said that last week. Then she ended up asking Gizelle for her phone number. What?
Yeah, everybody. She said, well, do you want to exchange phone numbers? So, you know, I think she was just making her way, you know, because she said in this episode, Karen did say to her, you know what? Don't go on my opinion of the ladies. Like, meet these ladies for yourself, see what you think for yourself, which I thought was pretty fair.
I appreciate that.
She could have came in with a lot of opinions and trying to sway her, make a little biased opinion about what the girls, how they are. But you know, the other thing I thought, which would be a funny turn of events, Shani, I said to myself, what if Karen and Mia was in with this together? And that was just a setup. Family, I'm sorry, you know, I get with my conspiracy theories. And I said, what if it was just a setup and Mia, like Karen had Mia to kind of ask them for their phone numbers and get them all, you know, feeling.
Oh, to get,
you know what I'm saying?
To them, and then,
yeah.
And then put an okie doke or something like that.
Because she did it too. I don't know. She was like, oh, should we, you know, exchange phone numbers? And they were all like, yeah, like, you know, Gizelle was probably loving that because she's thinking like, you know, this is Karen's girl, she's bringing in, but so I don't know. I just was thinking like, I wonder if this would be interesting.
I wonder too, but
yeah,
it's like, because to me, Mia does seem so happy-go-lucky, and then they gave us a little bit of her background, showing her children and her husband.
Right.
And he doesn't look 68 to me. Did he look 68 to you?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say he looks 68, but he definitely looks like he's a super mature man. Mm-hmm. Right. But, you know, but he looks good. He looks good. I mean, G looks good. I say yes to G.
to G,
Yes
right?
to
Yes
G.
to G.
Yes
I love that.
absolutely.
Yes
Yes
to G.
to G.
Okay, G.
Definitely. And she's wife number 4, so come through G like a real G.
Oh,
So
I
there
didn't hear
you
that
go.
part. Wife
Absolutely.
number 4. Oh boy. Okay.
That G means a lot. Gordon, I'm a real G. I'm an OG. Come on, G.
Yes. Yes. All right. Gordon is standing on the ground. He walk on, huh?
That's right. That's 14. 14, count them, 14 joint reconstructed spaces. Yeah. Cutting throughout 4 states. So he's doing okay. He's doing all right.
He got the money. Okay.
I like it.
I see why. So she is living in the lap of luxury.
Yes,
Okay?
yes,
So,
right.
well, that was cute to see that her interaction with but then the child, look, this is a sidebar, but the child talking about getting upset because they didn't have sprinkles. What?
Yeah,
That was like, better tell her to go sit down somewhere.
No, I'm used to having everything. Daddy G, make sure I do have everything. So you better make sure I have these sprinkles, mommy. These sprinkles, right? You know.
Everybody's sprinkling up, bro.
Hey, come on. Homage to E40. We still talking about it, right?
Yeah. And then, so I know you mentioned, I want to mention Robyn going over to Gizelle's house, and then she gave her some shade, didn't she?
Yes, family. She shaded her. She shaded her a little bit, and I mean, I don't know how you feel, Shani, but people always talk about Gizelle's fashion sense and her just everything about her. She doesn't really have any good taste and things like that. But I will say she maybe the outside of the house, the exterior is not what people would think it is, but when you got on the inside, I thought she made it look really beautiful.
Now, I will say the bedroom, I thought the bedroom was nice or whatever, but that living space is still gaudy to me. That's just my personal opinion. Remember when they went to the dining room? That's a lot. But I thought her bedroom was I thought it was nice. I thought that was
For the most part, she had like a clean palette. You know what I mean? It wasn't, because before I think they showed it on Bravo or Andy or something, and it seemed like she had a lot of colors in a room.
Well, that was in there. She just still has that. That's her living room. See, now I believe, I think she built that. An addition or something.
Oh, okay. That's why she was saying house on the
West Wing. Yeah, that's a house. I think she had that built.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was like that, because it seemed like the house when they showed it last whatever season it was that she's got it. It was a ranch style. It was one floor.
I think you're right. I remember this about her talking about an addition too. That's true. I forgot about that. I'm glad you said so. That's why it looks a little off.
Right
from the outside, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I did think the bedroom was cute or whatever, but Gizelle, it's Gizelle.
Oh, Gizelle.
Gizelle. I don't know, but when Robyn said that, she was like, "What did she say?" She said, "Oh, it looks like a house on." That's what a house. It looks like a house attached to a house.
Right. I was like, oh my goodness. Woo, women can
be catty, right? But then I wonder how Gizelle will feel when she hears that. Okay.
For some reason, it seems like she gives Robyn a pass, because remember, Robyn threw her under the bus before a little bit. Well, not threw under the bus, but she kind of came for her for something, I think, on last season. Remember, she's like, Robyn, I thought you would have supported me. I just think she wants to not. If she falls out with Robyn, then I mean, it's bad. You know what I mean? Because I think she wants Robyn. They want to stay on each other's side in the space,
so they can have an alliance. They got an alliance.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then we have, as we continue on, Candace, an actress. Who knew?
And the Oscar goes to Jesus. Right. Yes.
Like, okay.
Right.
Candace is an actress. And they gave her credit for 2 other shows she's been in, 2018, 2019. She was in something. So I'm like, okay. So she is pursuing, they showed her pursuing her acting career. She's in a pilot for a sitcom. So that's interesting. And also she's continuing on with her music career.
So can I ask a question? I want to just interject here because maybe I missed a part. So she's acting, she's singing, and then she's getting her second master's. I mean, what is she looking to do with that? Yes. Do you know?
I don't know.
She's getting it in what?
No, she's at Howard doing it, but I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe I missed that. I don't know what she's getting it in.
Okay. I'm sorry, something like that. But okay. I just was wondering, because I was like, is she trying to pursue like her entertainment career, or is she trying to go for like her academic career? I wasn't sure. Well, maybe she just wants to get her second master's in something as a fallback plan.
I don't know. It just seems like she's doing a lot. Maybe
Yeah.
because the pandemic, she was bored. She needed to do something. I don't know.
Maybe that pandemic can brought out a lot of thoughts for everybody. It sure did. Right. Yes.
But
right.
I mean, I'm going to give her that because she actually does a lot of acting on the show. So I think she
Yes.
might do okay with acting because she
Absolutely.
is on stage on that show. Like
Yes,
all last season, all that crying and carrying on about that stuff. That was too much.
Yes.
It wasn't all that. It wasn't
At the
all
drop of a
that.
dime. She could try out for a soap opera. She would be great with
right.
Yes,
Melodramatic. You know what that is.
Yes, can cry real at the drop of a dime. She could do it. Yes, come on. I love it. I love it.
So then we see Karen and Ray. I guess, and you see how Karen said, Ray, I love you. And he's I love you too, babe. She was like, so they probably had a talk like, you ain't never gonna say you don't love me on this show. Don't ever say that ever again.
Right. Yes, he shouldn't. He shouldn't say never not. He shouldn't not say that again.
That's true.
Right.
That's
true. Right. So I'm with Karen, like she said, don't get on here and act a fool and embarrass me. So
but
not to put on down.
Yes. Because it seems like to me that she's doing a lot of like with Ray, like over the top stuff. Do you feel like that?
A little bit. Yep.
Yeah, like making a point to show that, oh, we are good. We are together. We are a couple. We love each other and we are in love and we moving on.
And to me, what I see is that he is an older gentleman, and that's not even a space that he feels is probably necessary. He's like, I love you. I know I love you. Like, I'm not getting ready to go back and forth on this TV. Just keep saying, oh, I love you. You know what I mean? I think he loves her, of course, and that's his girl. But I just think that he's not going to do all that smoking. Just not even like it's pretend, but like, I love you. And I'm not going to keep saying that like all the time because that we're on TV.
Take that. We're not right.
Like
we don't take that.
Man. But it seems like she, like you said, she's trying to amp it on like Ray. I'm like, oh
God.
Right.
Like, girl, you don't stop calling my name. Like, you stop.
Right. You make me say something embarrassing, you know?
It's probably only a matter of time when something comes out.
I know,
Shani. Comes out for him.
That's what I was thinking, like, ooh, watch out, Ray. He's right.
Oh, and I did want to say, speaking of Ray, I wanted to say, because last week I forgot about speaking on this, and they did repeat it on the beginning of this first episode when he said that, had that talk with Gizelle, and he said, you know, your looks are gonna fade, or you're not always gonna. I mean, was that appropriate for him to say that? I don't know if that was all appropriate. What do you think?
I mean, I think seemed like I remember when he was having that conversation. I could be wrong because like that's trying to get our memory to remember, but seemed like he was just in a space of like they really wanted her to have
have somebody. Okay.
Yeah, because I think he was just like why doesn't she have somebody? She's a great woman. She's a beautiful woman. Like, you know, I mean, and I'm sure. I mean, how could she? I'm not saying she's led with her looks. But how could her looks have not led her? I mean, it's what you see first. And she's a beautiful woman. And she's been beautiful probably all her life. You know what I mean? It didn't just happen. This has been her, this has been her. This is who she is. I mean, she's beautiful. And I'm sure throughout her life, everybody's thought she's beautiful. So, you know, he's probably just saying like, you know how I feel about that kind of stuff, Shani. I'm sorry, family. Listen, Beauty, looks, but
now obviously it's not all about that because she
that's
can't
what
keep saying, okay. And then she might be looking for the wrong thing. To me, she's like wanting somebody who's like money. She looking for money, and it's just like look for love, look for whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
okay.
I feel like it's that I'm like Ray. It's you have it and it's there, but it's more to it than all of that because you have at some point you're going past all of that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
I just thought to me that I know that they were probably concerned. That's when they were all close back then.
Yeah.
But I just felt like that was a little bit much just for him to say that to a woman. I don't know.
But what you're saying about him, a man saying that to a woman. I know what you're saying on that, Shani.
That's not your relative. You know?
Right.
And then but what she said was rude, you know, and then like it's like. But she's just so vain. And then her daughters, oh my God, they're so sweet. I love her daughters though. When they have that talk and they're telling you have horrible taste in men.
She's, like she said, it's probably been to her disadvantage because she shares so much with them. you know, which you know how we feel about that with kids, but
Don't talk to you. She should never.
I
And first of all, she shouldn't have shared that stuff about their daddy
know.
with them for real. I know, because
Yeah,
they probably feel a way about him, just
I'm
like they
sure.
do, because they didn't want her to be with him again.
And they weren't trying to really share that much time with him. Really, they were always like, real. So you have to watch that kind of stuff. But ladies, they right. But yeah, Shauna, come on with this Gizelle and everything.
Yeah. So but when her daughters were, and they probably could give her that, she said, "I'll give you guys advice." She was like, "You can't give us any advice."
Oh my God, I know. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God.
Out of the mouths of babes. What's that thing?
Yes.
That was the best. I thought that was the best.
Right. I love that.
Yeah. And then, so as we go on towards the end of the episode, Karen has decided that she feels bad. She felt as though she overstepped and went overboard at that dinner where she called Gizelle out.
Yeah.
So she wanted to have something to bring all the ladies together, a love fest, some type of love party, love lunch.
Right.
And she invited everybody. But of course, as we know, the two, what do we call them? The two green-eyed bandits. That's what they call themselves, right? The two green-eyed bandits declined. I don't even think, did they even tell her? They just didn't. Did they tell that they weren't coming?
I don't know. They didn't really show that part like that. It didn't say that. She was just like, "Oh no, I'm not coming." Put hers in the garbage, and then, like we said, Robyn was the same way. Like, what? Like, no, So yeah.
That was interesting. So then, but when the event came, and then she invited Ashley. She said she's trying to mend fences with Ashley and Michael, because remember how they went off on Michael before?
Right. Yeah.
Right. So, but Ashley came, but Michael did not. And I wonder if he was watching the baby. I wondered, was it purpose, or did they need somebody to watch the baby, or did he just
he have a nanny? He's probably
he didn't want to go. Okay, he just didn't want to go. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. We don't know. It just seemed
I know. He probably didn't. So then. It seemed like they had a good time though. That was fun. Yes. Mia is like the life of the party. Yay. Right. I like her. I like her so far.
Yes. Wendy's coming for her though. I don't know what this is all about. Wendy's hot on her. And Wendy's got to take her tone down just a little bit. All that, hold on. I'm not done talking. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm not one of your students, honey.
Absolutely. I know the professor's in class, but class is not in session, not in this house. So I'm like, oh my goodness, like that was something. I don't know I wonder how that's going to fare out through this season. Family, what do you think? Mia, Wendy. I hear it's supposed to be Mia, Wendy, and Candace that's a bomb. Yet to be seen. Yes.
I wonder, because Candace seemed to take a liking to her at the party, but maybe, but like I say, it remains to be seen. We have a whole season ahead of us on episode 2.
Yes. And
the messiness has started out. They came out the gate with it. Gizelle brought the fire like she always does. Messy.
Right. I just want to say one thing on that relationship game. Again, I love that Ray said Katie. That was fantastic. He said who was this person he would like. They asked the question, family, that if the husbands had to pick one of the ladies that's in the group to date or like or something like that, who would it be? So everybody gave their answer, and Ray said Katie. Like, we love Katie. Karen was like, Katie, like, where did this come from? So, but did you see again Wendy trying to make sure her husband wasn't writing down Mia?
No, I didn't see that part. I didn't.
Because she said she said it's something like, what are you writing down? And she was like, oh, it looks like you wrote Mia. Like they showed it like what she was saying on the caption. And then they both turned around and said nobody, like she was like, no one's applicable. And he said nobody. So, but I was just like, Wendy. Because then now Mia's like, oh, she's insecure and it has nothing to do with me. And I'm like, here we go. Oh my gosh, don't start this with each other. You don't even, it just look like.
I don't know. I don't know. To me, I feel as though it stems from at the dinner at her house, when Mia said, well, what tweets did you have? She kept asking her. And I guess Wendy was like, I'm going to tell in my time. You just wait. And you just knew, you're new and you're pushing me like that. Be quiet. Okay. I stem from that, but who knows? We don't know. But there you have it. The episode, Sing for My Supper. What is it? That's the episode 2. And Sing is a prison, by the way. Everybody be calling that out.
She said she just made it up.
She just made it up, yeah.
Right. So, right. All right.
So there we have it, guys. So tune in for our next week's recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Tell us what you thought about this episode in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.